This is a sports catastrophe production. Hey there, ho there. Jeff Cutter Devin welcome you to another video in the Poker Players Club of Kitchener Season 2. Season 1, of course, had a lot of OGs and OAs and OVs and OXs. But anyway, so week 1 got underway on Wednesday, October the 6th. In what is known as the firefighters group, or the Dwayne group, if you will, not from the Rock. Get your head out of your ass. Anyway, so the firefighters would face each other off. Now, Poker Stars, for being such a great app, completely gaffed and didn't save the game. So the firefighters had to struggle with thinking, wait a minute, who won, who lost, and who got last place? I can safely tell you that thanks to Commissioner Mike Kappa and his data finding research teams, probably about a dozen monkeys, they found the results. So the event happened. Going down the list, I will tell you until the top two, and basically give you what you want, the main results. So anyway, last place went to Diego with 2 points. Jay Palm took 3 points. Shank took 4 points. Sales took 5 points. Baden Poker took 6. Wings Rule took 8. Dwayne, the main man firefighter from Newfoundland, 10 points. I am 2D and I want to sleep. Oh, I forgot who sang that song, but anyway, gets 12 points. So we went down to the final 3, and the final 3 was between GBKW, Derek J, and Pat. Not Postman, Pat, if you are British and watching this. So in the end, GBKW, which I guess may sound like God bless Kanye West, but the guy probably said, get back Kitchener-Waterloo, or go bring Kitchener-Waterloo, I don't know. Ended up taking 3rd place with 16 points. 2nd place was Derek J with 20 points. So Derek J basically put his fashion to the sense. Tried to fashion a victory, but no, it was Pat. It was Poker Pat without his cat. But he had 24 points. So, of course, I'm going to be reading. There's a point system. You get 24 points for first, 20 for second, 16 for third, 12 for fourth, 10 for fifth, 8 for sixth, 6 for seventh, 5 for eighth, 4 for ninth, 3 for 10th, and 2 for 11th. But you get a bonus point for every knockout you get. Unfortunately, due to the Poker Star screwing over these firefighters, we didn't get to see that. So I don't know the knockout status as of right now, but the points will be updated as soon as I get the results. So anyway, it's time for the hockey announcer. Firefighters victory scored by number M, Poker Pat, assisted by J, Derek J, and GBKW by number 77, GBKW. Time 1 hour 50 minutes. Poker Pat from Derek J and GBKW. Time 1 hour 50 minutes. So basically that's how the firefighters ended up with it. So anyway, it's time to try to interview the winner of the thing. Obviously I don't know the real voices, so my good friend, or enemy if I should say, Evil Cutter, will be trying to mimic the voice. So Poker Pat, a great victory for you. You're the first winner of season 1 from the Firefighters group. How do you feel? Well, I know that I could do it. I mean, I was named after a detective. No, I mean a villain, because Poker Pat was a villain from the Wild West days, possibly. So you had some tough competition. Of course, you had the big kahuna, Dwayne, in 5th place. Did you knock him out? I don't know. I don't know the knockout standings. Well, you should know. Anyhow, so how did you feel about your heads up against Derek J? Oh, I guess he used the style to try to seduce me, but I failed miserably. But he failed miserably. After all, I did win the thing. So, do you have any idea how many knockouts you may have had? No, not at all. And who cares anyway? Well, you do care because you get points because of your knockout status. Well, I just got lucky, I guess. So anyway, great job by you today. And hopefully, you repeat yourself next Wednesday. I'll try. Okay, so thank you, Poker Pat. And where's your cat? I don't have one. So anyway, that's all we got for the Firefighters group. And now let's go to stage number 2. So Poker House number 2 is the Streeter house, aka the main pot. So unlike the Firefighters house, we did get the stats. So anyway, here are the point standings and all that. Now remember, there's only 8 people in this in this group. So last place got 5 points. So the 4-3-2 thing didn't happen. So anyway, Torbay, the one from Newfoundland, took 5 points. Mustang 1975, whose name is Jody, who I completely mangled in the introduction video, got 6 points. Jibber got 8 points. Sheep Girl Michelle got 10. The Clicker, the weird name, got 12 points. But the top 3 were in order. Streeter, the main man of this pot, only took 3rd place with 16 points. But unlike the Firefighters, we did get the knockout stats. So he got 1 knockout for 17 points. 2nd place with 20 points, like 2nd place, but with 4 knockouts, was Kraftwerks. And the winner with 3 knockouts and 24 points to start off this campaign is Some Summer. So here's the official announcement. Main pot winner, scored by Summer, assisted by Mr. Neil, Kraftwerks, and by Jeff Streeter, out of KW. Time 2 hours 15 minutes. Sun Summer from Kraftwerks and Streeter, time 2 hours 15 minutes. So that's how they ended it. And now a interview with the winner. So Somerset. I don't know how I go for that. But anyway, you are the champion of round 1. How do you feel? I feel awkward, but you know what? I think I did pretty well for myself. So anyway, apparently you might be named after some Pokemon card that kind of doesn't put you in a positive mood. It doesn't matter. It's a critical name, isn't it? I say so too, but the fact of the matter is you had 3 knockouts. You didn't have the most knockouts of the group, but you won the tourney from Kraftwerks. How do you feel? Well, he was a good player. I mean, 4 knockouts is pretty good, but in the end, I think we got ourselves a good timing for all. So anyway, yeah. So it was a tough final table from what I've heard about stuff. So how do you feel about things going to week 2? Well, I think I know I've got a target on my back, and I know everything about everyone. So what do you say? Anyway, yeah, so great move, and Streeter took 3rd, and great job, Summer. You are the leader after table 2. All right, week 1 in group 2. Now, time for group 3. All right, so obviously there's one more group left. Group 3, it's called the Gamblers, aka the Cap group. Of course, where a lot of the OGers are playing in this group. So 11 people in the group, and they all seem to be pretty tight-knit and all that. So anyway, now if you watch a lot of my Cutter historical stuff, you know that there are a lot of videos when I do my sports catastrophe or my Degrassi stuff that I tend to do one thing and one thing only, and that's overanalyze. So overanalyzing is kind of my way, my cup of tea. I mean, I analyze stuff to the hilt, but I can sometimes overdo it. And all that, and I get a lot of people on YouTube telling me, "Oh, fuck you, you overanalyze." Well, fuck you too. But anyway, so obviously because I'm in this group, I'm in the game, I actually can know about eliminations and all that. So obviously I have to write crib notes about things. So here's how it is. So I can tell you that last place was John Hawkins with 2 points. And John used the excuse, whether you believe it or not, is that his mother was in and he was distracted. I think it is believable, but it's a little far fetched. So anyhow, at the final, when I was the guy who knocked John out, and I know I'm probably going to get in for it because John vowed revenge on whoever knocked him out, and I guess I'm going to be the one that will get his wrath. So anyway, I had King, Queen of Hearts, and then up on the top it was 9, 10, Jack, 2 hearts and a spade. So obviously there's the straight and there's a flush draw. So of course betting happens. I call them all in and then I fling those up. So my only hope was to avoid a flush. But anyway, 8 and 2 came up and obviously that didn't happen. As unfortunately John got eliminated by me. So I had the first knockout in our group. And I'm not the one that knocks out a lot of people. So anyway, Mick Bitter, you'll find out about how he took possession later on, had a chance to go all in, and Brian Bryberg called them all in. So McBitter could have been knocked out of the competition, but McBitter caught a full house, 2 full of 6s. So Brian had tripped 6s. Well, there were 2 6s on the board. And unfortunately, he had trips, but he lost to a full house. So McBitter got Brian. Brian didn't get out, but, that's what happened. So after Mikey and Fat Cat went out, now I believe those 2 were at a different table than me. So obviously there were 2 tables. The 11 people were split into 2 tables. So I missed those 2, obviously. So then came 8th place. So Daniel, a.k.a. Rhythms, or Tits as they call him. Why? I don't know. That's kind of insulting, don't you think? He took on Brian. Brian went all in. And unfortunately, Tits had 2 pairs, 7s and 3s. Brian had a pair of 7s. Game over. Brian takes 8th place with only 5 points. Now, the lower 4 people didn't even get Brightbird, Fat Cat, Mikey, and Hawkins did not get a knockout, so they don't get any extra points. So obviously, it was the final table. So Krista, aka KMFS, actually survived a all-in as Kappa, aka Master of Keys, had her dead to rights, but Krista survived, hitting an 8 on the river for her straight and saving herself in. So anyway, after Hockey Dad, aka Ed, aka my brother, sadly enough, he is my brother, despite him being a Senators fan. Now I know there was someone else who, I know Fat Cat is a Senators fan too, but this isn't insulting him. This is insulting my brother for being a Sens fan. But as is, he went out in 7th place. He had the feeble excuse, well, actually it was a good excuse, that he was distracted because of his daughter's, or my niece's, if you will, 12th birthday party. And Ed fouled that he will get even in 2 weeks' time. Well, that being, of course, the 21st, the next game on the 21st. But Edward is going to be driving to Ottawa to attend a Senators game. So, yeah. Pathetic. And Edward says that he has a trick up his sleeve. I hope that trick up the sleeve turns into fool's gold. But of course that's a yelp from an angry brother. Despite the fact that I scored better than him. And yeah, I was taken out in sixth place. So Ed had 6 points, but he had a knockout. So I ended up in sixth with 8 points with one knockout, that being Hawkins. I had a chance to catch an ace to get full house. I forget who KO'd me, but I won't forget this. Ryan had a couple of great chances to do well, or I Hate Humans, but unfortunately his luck ran out and got 10 points for fifth without a knockout. Krista was knocked out by Kappa in fourth place, so she got 13 points, 12 points, and then a knockout, as Kappa had full house fives full of jacks. Kappa got knocked out by a pair of kings from Rhythms, so Kappa takes third. Master of Keys took third for 16 points plus 3 for knockouts, and it was heads up between Rhythms and McBitter. McBitter, for some reason, did not fall flat. He had like 3 or 4 chances to be KO'd early in the tournament, but he didn't. And Rhythms had an insurmountable lead at one time that he had more chips than second, third, fourth, and fifth place at the table had combined. But in the end, Rhythms, aka Dan, aka Tits, put up the win with 2 pair of fours and aces. So he gets 24 points with 5 knockouts. So that's huge for him. And McBitter got 20 points, even though he had no knockouts, which is weird. And worst of all, for him, he's only 1 point ahead of Kappa for third place, because Kappa had 16 points but 3 knockouts, so he got 19. So that's a little bit troubling. So now we got ourselves the official announcement. Host 3 wins scored by Daniel Rhythms, assisted by McBitter, and by Master of Keys 35. Time 2 hours 19 minutes. Rhythms from McBitter and Master of Keys. Time 2 hours 19 minutes. So that was a great tournament. Normally I would try to get an interview with the man, but I'm worried about his reaction, so I'm gonna just pass out. And Evil Cutter's gone home anyway. So one question I was gonna ask Rhythms was that he didn't just get a cookie; he can afford to get 2,000 cookies. Because years ago, in a poker video I did upload on YouTube, I don't know if I still have that, but anyway, he was one of the first ones out, and then he just says, "Oh, I got a cookie," and I recognized him, and I'm like, "Wait a minute, he was in a poker thing years ago I filmed," and he said, "I got a cookie," because he didn't make the money in one of Kappa's birthday tournaments. So yeah, I think so. But he can afford to buy lots of cookies now, and he's in the lead in our group. So anyway, that's all I've got. That's all I've got for this video. Don't hurt me. Anyway, so action starts up again on October 20th with the Firefighters group, and the 21st with the other 2 houses. Points do matter. In fact, and hopefully, I do better. But then again, everyone else who didn't win will say the same stuff, so I don't like to repeat myself. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. Ado.